Hello, I'm Chef Marcus Giuliano, and I'm a chef on a mission. Today's mission is nutrition, and it's nutrition in hospitals. How downright pathetic it is. And just the overall healing process in hospitals to begin with happens just to be fundamentally wrong. So I'm going to talk about my recent experience at Orange Medical Regional Center in Middletown, New York. So my father was having a pacemaker put in. He had pneumonia as well. And one of my other videos here I talked about speaking up and really demanding things and asking for other options in hospitals, because a lot of people just go into a hospital and just do what they say. We go to the doctor and we just do what they say, and you really have to stand up and say, I don't want that done. What are other options? When I was 27 years old, I was told I needed high cholesterol medication. I needed to go on statin. But my doctor said, I don't want to do it. And he goes, no, you have to. Your cholesterol's too high. And I said, no, I'm not going to. You don't understand this. I'm not going to. So you're going to have to give me another option. He goes, I don't have another option for you. Maybe change your diet a little bit, this and that. And he had no idea, because they're not taught that. They're taught to prescribe drugs. They're taught to heal or try to heal with drugs. Dr. Julian Whitaker, the famous cardiologist, said he didn't cure anybody until he switched to a holistic practice. That's when he started curing patients. Other times he's just medicating patients. But once he switched into diet and nutrients, then all of a sudden he started curing and healing patients. There's a difference between treating a patient and really curing them and healing them. Those are the two differences, okay? So Orange Medical Regional Center, I met with the liaison the first day. I met with the head doctor, Dr. Ka, Anita Ka, Dr. Ka, K-W, who was like in charge of the medicine on the whole hospital and everything. One thing, it's basically a simple request. My father has pneumonia, and he just had surgery for a pacemaker. So I requested from Dr. Ka, I said, can I please have my father get a vitamin C, an IV drip, vitamin C? I said, I'd like 10, 15, 20, 25 grams. And she looked at me, she goes, I've never heard of that. And I said, well, vitamin C, intravenous doses are good for stress, which he's under a lot of stress. He just had, just cut open his chest and put something in there, foreign object, so he's under some stress, so that's good for stress. It's good for scar tissue healing. It's good for healing wounds and stuff like that. And he just, cut up, so that would be good to heal that. And it's also good for your immune system. And I said, I'd be happy to provide medical literature on all this. And I actually had medical literature in my bag with me ready to go, because I knew that this was going to happen. And I had stuff ready to go, but it was just like, well, I've never heard of this. You're a doctor, you're in charge of are you in charge of medicating people, or are you in charge of healing people? What are you in charge of, Dr. Ka? What is your goal over there, Orange Medical Regional Center? What is your goal? To just medicate people, or to actually help people heal and cure themselves? Okay, I was ready to go that day with all types of medical literature ready to go that nobody could have, because I did this for a friend who was in a terrible bicycle accident in a hospital in Westchester. And they ended up giving him like 500 milligrams twice a day in an IV drip, which is nothing. You can get that in Frosted Flakes. It's a total joke. First of all, when you take vitamin C, you want to take like a gram an hour and a half to 2 hours. Because when you take the oral version, you're going to urinate it out. It's going to go out of your system. It's going to go when you get out of your system, and you're going to fill your body up with the maximum amount, and that's going to be it. And it's only about a gram. It's only about a gram every 2 hours. It's not going to be much at all. So when you do vitamin C dose at home orally by yourself, you just give me 1 second here. It's late night right now. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. My wife is probably just woke up and wonders where I'm at. So I just need to tell her I'll be home soon. I find my best productive times in the office are when nobody's around. The building's quiet. I can look at the cameras. I can see the whole building right now. There were people here just about an hour and a half ago. I saw them exit, the staff leave and everything, but no phones are ringing, no text messages except for my wife. I have to answer that one. So it's just very, very quiet and very productive, and I'm full of energy right now at 2 a.m. It's awesome. I'm going to get up tomorrow. I'm going to run tomorrow for the first time in a couple weeks. So back to, where was I? Back to Dr. Ka, back to healing, back to nutrients, vitamin C. Oh, yes. So when you dose with vitamin C at home, you want to do it until your stools run clear and they're watery. That means your body's absorbed enough vitamin C, and that's how it's leaving your system through your stools, and it's making your stools clear. That's how you know you've done enough vitamin C dosing. But at an intravenous level, your body can handle much more. In fact, cancer patients, alternative cancer patients, are getting up to 100 grams of vitamin C and glutathione especially, to help them heal their cancer, to cure their cancer. They're doing this in alternative clinics. So 100 grams and a gram every 2 hours are totally different orally versus right into your system. So that's why I was asking for that. I mean, I was being modest, saying 10, 15, 20, 25 grams. I was being a very modest level here. So in Westchester, they said that to me, on Valhalla, and the doctor stood right in front of me, in front of all of his students. He goes, vitamin C is dangerous. It causes heart attacks. I mean, he went off. I was like, you're brainwashed, and you're a prime example of somebody who goes to medical school, does everything to a T in medical school that's funded by the pharmaceutical companies, that teaches you that vitamin C is bad and all these nutrients are bad, and you're messing and you're fooling around, you're experimenting, and it's non-scientific, and there's no studies and this and that, because they don't want you to know that, okay? They don't want doctors to know that, because the drug companies would go out of business. It would hurt their business. So this head of the medicine over at Valhalla, he was like, and I said right in front of all the students, I said, you and I read the totally different stuff, and you're totally wrong, and have you ever heard of Linus Pauling? And it's just like, I didn't have my medical studies right then and there that I could have handed them to him, but I was ready that day with Dr. Ka. I had everything right there ready to go. And it's just like, just a dumbfounded look. I've never heard of that. Dr. Ka, how long have you been practicing medicine? How long have you been doing this? And you've never heard of giving vitamin C to patients? Interesting. Really interesting. I mean, I don't really feel comfortable going, standing in front of a doctor that really is unaware of just the basics of nutrition. I had to get him my father's own food, because this is how your immune system works. And Dr. Ka, I hope you're watching this. This is how your immune system works. 60%, at least 60% of your immune system is located in your gut. So when you load somebody with antibiotics, you kill their gut flora, their good gut flora, okay? When somebody's sick, it most likely started within their stomach. That's the first line of entry into our system. So our immune system has to be very strong in our gut, so we need a lot of good, healthy bacteria. Once you give somebody antibiotics, and my father was getting antibiotics intravenously, that kills your gut. It kills all the bacteria. It kills the good and the bad. It's going to kill the pneumonia, hopefully, but now we have these super strains and these antibiotics that are not, working, because that's a whole nother issue and blog and topic. So when I asked for acidophilus or probiotics, they did give my father probiotics in a good, reasonable dose, which I was happy with that. That was the one thing I was happy with. They weren't vegan like I asked. I asked for vegan, and she looks at me like I have two heads. What do you mean vegan? Is he vegan? Is he vegan? Is he vegan? So, no, I just don't want animal mucus and stuff in food and supplements and stuff like that, These doctors aren't used to us asking questions is the problem. They're not used to that kind of stuff. Especially with somebody who can come in and just start rattling things off and be prepared to basically do a debate with these doctors who think that they're God. They're not at all. They're just brainwashed. They might be good. They might save lives. They might have a purpose, but they need to have more open minds. So your immune system starts in your gut, Dr. Ka, and Orange Regional Medical, anybody else listening. So it has to be extremely healthy. So probiotics are very, very key in that, and being able to eat good foods. So the first foods they started giving, one to give my father was coffee, okay, caffeine, that's going to destroy his gut flora, okay, that's not going to do anything for his immune system. Was eggs, high protein eggs, very acidic, okay, that's not going to do anything for your immune system. There's nothing in an egg for your immune system. There's nothing in an egg for a person. Eggs are for chickens, okay, eggs are to hatch baby chickens. Eggs are not for human consumption, okay. Next, that's a little far-fetched for a lot of people to even think of, but an egg is for a chicken. Let's put it that way. It's for a baby chicken. So, and the next thing they had was juice with high fructose corn syrup. Let's see, so refined juice, added with high fructose corn syrup in it. It was cranberry juice, high fructose corn syrup in it. Let's see, that's enough. That's good to replenish flora, right, Dr. Ka? No, it's not. That destroys your good bacteria. Sugars, between the coffee, the eggs, the sugar he could have added to his coffee, and the juice with the with the corn syrup, that would have all been fermentation in the gut. Add the antibiotics on there. The bad bacteria now is just, you have something now to feed the bad bacteria because you have all that sugar and the composting egg and everything inside your system, and now you have pneumonia on top of it. Are you guys really that clueless over there at the hospital? Honestly, are you? Because it's pretty pathetic. It's just really pathetic that you give, a heart patient this stuff and somebody who has pneumonia, and then look at me and who's asking for a reasonable dosage of vitamin C and say, I've never heard of that before, and you're in charge of how many people and getting them better? Really? Huh, Dr. Ka. Interesting. Orange Regional Medical, interesting. Then when I didn't get a good enough answer from her, or the liaison, or the nurses, because I kept asking for the vitamin C drip, and I said it from the very beginning, I'm going to keep asking until we get one. They point blame and say, oh, the doctor, it's not this doctor's responsibility, it's not that. Whose responsibility is this? He's getting all these other medications, they're giving it. Oh, the pharmacist has to get it. So you know what? Call the pharmacist, get the pharmacist on the phone and tell the pharmacist to order it. My father was there 4 days. You could have gotten vitamin C in a notable dosage. You could have gotten that. Instead of passing blame on to everybody, it's just like, come on, are you kids here or what? What's going on at this brand new hospital? Pointing the finger, well, we got to go to this, the pharmacist can't get it. You know what? Let's all call the pharmacist right now. Let's get the doctor in here. Let's all call the pharmacist and let's find out what the bottom line is here. Because they did it in Westchester. It wasn't anything, in an excessive amount, but they were able to get it in Westchester. They told me the same thing in Valhalla. We've never heard of that before. We don't have that. The pharmacist, I don't even know if the pharmacist could get it. But when you're persistent, see, Valhalla followed through and they just appeased me by just getting some minimal dose. But Orange Regional, Dr. Kai, you didn't even do anything to appease me on the vitamin C. You just gave him oral vitamin C, 500 milligrams. I had a gallon of water that was laced with 25 grams that my father drank throughout the 4 days that he was there just to get a good more amount of vitamin C. So, and then when I post on your Facebook, Orange Regional Medical, the scientific literature and everything on vitamin C, you delete my posts and you ban me. And then I tweet you, obviously I'm upset, why don't you contact me? And no responses on Twitter? What do you even have social media for? So it's a one-sided street so you can post pictures of the fundraise and the cancer scam charities that you're supporting and everything? What is this? What the awards you're giving out to your people, your employees and everything? I mean, what really is the purpose of your Facebook if you're not going to be able to take constructive criticism or at least respond to me respectfully? I don't get it. Orange Regional Medical, I will be happy to provide you with any medical literature on anything I just spoke about. Immune system, vitamin C, intravenous vitamin C therapy. Just contact me. I'll be happy to provide it for you. I don't want to post on your Facebook because obviously I can't. I'll do whatever. I'm willing to provide the information. It was a reasonable request. Vitamin C, that's it. Vitamin C. Thank you very much. I'm Chef Marcus Julian. I'm a chef on a mission. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe, share, click, pass it on, and speak up when you're in hospitals. Speak up when you're the doctor. And, stand up for what you believe in. And don't take no for an answer. Just keep going. Thank you very much for watching.